Hey mom, can I have a quarter? Hey, Fragorn here. Got a new build video for Path of Exile 3.26. I took my Soul Rest character, was pretty much maxed out with what I was going to do with it, converted it to an elementalist, and built a Golem character. Have you ever wanted to have 20 golems? Well, I have 20. It's kind of crazy, but with this league and this gear, you can do this. So, and my guess is, unless they change the helm, this will carry on. Having 20 golems is not. It's not like you're gonna wipe the screen with your golems or anything like that. But it's just kind of a cool build, a little bit of a meme. So what I did with this guy is built him to do a little magic finding. So spent a little bit of my currency on this guy, probably a handful of divs, maybe 4, 5, something like that. Bought mostly cheap gear, had some of the gear already from the Soul Rest character, but let's gonna take a look at what we got here. So as you can see, I got 20 golems right there. Most of them are lightning. I have a lightning golem of hordes. Let's do it this way. Main attack skill. So lightning golem of hordes, they do the wrath orb just like the regular one. They do a little orb of lightning that shocks enemies, kind of like orb of storms, and they shoot their regular lightning beams. So they're 2 spells are coming out of these guys. So you scale them with spell damage, lightning damage, whatever you want to do. So I have them going with Awakened, added lightning. I had this from another character. Still haven't got it to level 5 yet, so I'm just leveling it up as I go along. Crit Strike, I just hit 70 on this one, so re-rolled it with a gem orb, and then got the 20 quality on there. Minion damage, increased crit damage. Also same thing, I just re-rolled this to 20 quality. And then I bought a cheap level 3 Empower to get 2 more levels. So my Lightning Golem of Hordes is level 27 right now. I do have a Awakened minion damage that I'm working on leveling up as well, and the Awakened Lightning, so they will go to 29. That'll be a really nice damage boost when I get those 2 more levels from them. Getting levels from Mada's Teaching. I bought a +2 Mada's Teaching. Minion's base crit strike chance is equal to the crit strike of your main hand weapon. So I bought a cheap, like crazy cheap, like 5 Chaos Scepter with really high crit chance. It's got 11.4. Also got level of all lightning skill gems on there, so another for my guys right there. Open suffix for trigger craft, so I can trigger my Desecrate and Spirit Offering. I also have my haste in there. Very nice. You don't need any increased minion damage on your weapons with this build either, because it all comes from jewels. So the other piece of gear that makes this work is Dark Monarch. So this is the most expensive thing. I think I paid 2 divines for this. Maximum number of summon golems is doubled. Gives you a little chaos resistance. Also gives you a nice +1 to all your minion skill gems. So nice contribute to damage there, plus doubling your number of golems. I found this, and this is what made me think to do the build. So this dropped Corrupted with Wrath, has a nice aura effect and had good numbers on it. I think those are max for both. Yeah, they are. So the max less damage and the max less life is 25% for your best options, and I got that. So I was like, that's a good little chain. I'm gonna see if that works with this helm. I had no idea if it would or not, but it sure does. So this gives me 6 more golems instead of 3 because of the doubling from this. So pretty cool. I think the best way to actually build this would be to use stone golems or carrion golems. Use the triad grip gloves to convert all their physical damage to lightning, and then build like that. But I was feeling kind of lazy, so I didn't want to bother. Plus I had nice gloves, and they had nice item rarity on them. They have a 26 item rarity roll on there, which I wanted to keep. So I didn't bother with that. I just decided to use lightning golems instead. These guys' spells and attacks are not near as good as stone golems or carrying golems if you convert all the physical to lightning. But like I said, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to max the character's damage. I just wanted playability and item rarity. I think I have on my color, which is my summon flame golem, I think I have 157 item rarity, so that's nice. Just gives you a little chance to get better stuff. So in the Dark Monarch, I have Assassin's Mark, Arc, Frostbrink of Wintry Blast. I love that movement skill, and Enduring Cry. My mercenary is giving me endurance charges as well, but I have that up just in case. You need determination. I think this is the best merc you can get in the game right now for anything doing lightning damage. So I got Perkle's Toe, which is giving lucky damage to all my golems. Very good. I got a Doriani's Prototype, couple of negative lightning rings. I have the Comms Binding Belt, which is very standard to convert enemy damage to physical to fire. And then I just have filling out his defenses. So he needed cold and chaos resistance. Got a couple of cheap, easy defensive eldritches on there. Got gloves with really nice eldritch on there for maiming. So he maims more slowdown. I must have needed chaos resist or something, but these were super cheap. I want him dropping brittle ground, so most of my golems hits are crits for sure. I have a lot of crit chance on them. And then needed fire and chaos resistance. So the rings, like I said, are just reducing your maximum lightning resist by a good chunk. So I think he's reducing 63 right now is what he's doing for that. So enemies have his lightning resistance. So anybody he's standing by has minus 63 lightning resistance. It can get a lot lower if you have more investment in the gear, but I didn't want to spend anything on this. I think the Dory's Prototype was like 60 chaos or something to buy that. So that was the most expensive item he had. And then I am doing a little bit myself. I took the mastery for exposure, does an extra 25, so I have on my gloves unnerve, which is super good, so makes enemies take 10% increased spell damage, which is what my lightning golems are doing, and I'm inflicting lightning exposure on hit, so I'm getting 25 from the mastery and 11 from this, so that's 36 more. So 63 and 36 is like, you're in that just about 100. I think it's 99. 99 lightning resistance lowered, so that's a very good damage multiplier. I use a Darkness Enthroned to solve my ailment avoidance, so I have Can't Be Shocked in both these and good resistances that I need in both of these. I just grabbed cheap ones with a little bit of extra minion damage on there. This one had a little life, so helps with that. In my gloves, I have Meat Shield with Summon Stone of Safeguarding. He's very good. Summon Stone Golem and Chaos Golem. Just to make those really the only one I care about being more tanky. And always up is Stone Golem of Safeguarding. He takes a lot of damage because he sucks in my melee damage. Golems grant 15% of melee damage taken from your Stone Golem's life before yours. Well, I have a lot of Golem buff effect from the tree with Liege of the Primordial. I get 100% from that. I have the 3 Golem nodes from the tree. I have a Primordial Bond, and I have a Primordial Eminence Jewel, all increasing effect of what the Golems are giving me, which is super good. On the boots, I got an Ice Golem. Why would I have an Ice Golem in here? I'll explain that in a minute when I show you my jewels. Feeding Frenzy and Lightning Golem and Wrath. So my main auras for damage are Wrath and Haste. already showed those. Oh, I have a open socket ring with a convocation in there. More just resists I needed, and then needed some decks, and found this one with a minion do a little more damage, so I threw that on there. This ring is just a big rarity roll, 45%. I needed cold and lightning resistances and chaos resistance. Threw a life on there. Very good. So just a movement flask, and then I have 3 charge reaches full flasks just to not have to think about it. A little more movement speed with the gold flask, a little more armor with the granite flask, a little more evasion with the evasion flask. So pretty defensive, especially when all my flasks are up. The Shadow Stitch cheap chest, six link chest. I just bought this 6 link for like 1 divine. The only thing I was looking for was a cheap chest that didn't suck with +2 to suck and minion skills on it. So got that. I have my trigger craft on this one. So it's triggering Desecrate and Spirit Offering, giving the minions more crit. Very nice. Big crit chance too. So that is the build. Let's look at some of these jewels I was talking about, why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I'm stacking mostly Primordial Harmonies. I think I have 7 Primordial Jewels in the build, so let's take a look here. Okay, Anima Stone. I'm counting that as a Primordial Jewel. Found this one with a nice reduced poison duration corruption, relatively cheap. I don't know, 60 chaos or something. It's maybe 70, wasn't much. This gives me an extra golem, so I'd have 18 without this, because this is doubled by the helm. So every time you can add a golem, it's doubled because of the helm. This is good, just gives the extra golem, and I got that poison duration. Got a Primordial Eminence here. This gives my golems a little more cast speed, and it gives me another 30% increased effect to buffs. Gives them a little armor. My Merc, as you saw, is given Determination, so that's getting buffed nicely. The golems are tanky as can be. They never die. Got a Primordial Might here with a nice corruption, bleed duration reduction. Gives them a little more life, but what you get out of this the most is golems are aggressive, so my golems will not hang back by me. As soon as they see mobs, they scurry off and engage them. It's very good, and they're very fast from the buff I get from the Primordial Chain. I think that gives them 83% increased movement speed, so they whip around pretty good. I am buffing their crit with the minion crit nodes here. Got a little more minion damage here, but otherwise I'm just taking stats that I need, strength and dex, and life, and stats to keep me buffed. Just this is all I need for reservation to run 250% auras very comfortably. Just a little more minion damage, a little more regen for me, a little more cast speed for the minions, more damage. I take these nodes for crit reduction. It's really nice. So between this one and this one, I have nice crit reduction. Armor and energy shield are 2 of my main defensive layers, so these are nice nodes for just 5 points. You get a lot out of them, so I have 1723 right now. You can see pretty good. 4k life, almost 2k energy shield. It's a pretty strong character. Using Divine Shield to recover energy shield. Alright, Primordial Harmony. So I have 4 of these, and this finishes out my Primordial Jewels. So I had the Anima Stone, Primordial Might to make them aggressive, Primordial Eminence to make them cast a little faster and give me a little more golem buff. So the damage comes from Primordial Harmony primarily. This is your main damage source when doing a golem build. And you can see I get 20% increased golem damage for each type of golem I have summoned. I have 7 types of golems. This also gives them 2% regen per jewel. So I have 4 of these, so they have massive regen. They just don't die. If you can get these with good corruptions like poison duration reduction or anything else, they're good. I was just buying cheap ones, but if I could get a corruption, I got it. 4 of these, so I think they range from 18% increased golem damage to 20. So a couple of them are 18, one's 19, and then one's 20. So basically, 19%. It's an average for damage for each golem that I'm summoning. So I'm summoning 7. So say it was 20. We'll just do 20 for the math to make it easy. I have 7 different types of golems. 7 times 2 is 14. So each one of these is roughly giving me not quite 140% increased golem damage. So I have 4 of them. So that's hundreds and hundreds of increased damage. So that's where all your golem damage comes from. You don't need much on the tree for minion damage. This node's probably a waste. I think I had it on there for my last build and didn't take it off. So anyway, that's how you get your golem damage. I have them here and here and here. So I have 4. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4. My last jewel is my storm shout to keep myself immune to ailments. My golems are immune to elemental ailments already, so they don't need that. Taking a little max res there. I have 5 endurance charges because my merc gives me endurance charges, and I have an enduring cry. Get my extra golem nodes over here, and the only minion mastery I take is more convocation. I like that to be up quick. So this is a huge buff to my golems, 40% increased effect of what they give you, and then 20 and 20. So with 20% quality on the golems, that's you get 100% from here, get 100% from here. I have Liege of the Primordial, so I get 40, so that's 240. I have 1 Primordial Eminence, 30. So 270% increased effect of the buffs my golems give me. What kind of buffs do they give me? Let's take a look quick. Nothing from Lightning Golem of Hordes. These guys are just damage. Ice Golem gives me accuracy and critical strike chance. Don't really care about that. I just wanted another golem to get 7 types. Lightning Golem gives me massive mana regen. Remember, multiply those numbers by 270, so a bunch of attack and cast speed, a ton of mana regen. Stone Golem, 120 life regen and global defenses. So my global defenses are not 20%, it's 20% times 270, so it's like, I don't know, like almost 80%, 75% increased global defenses. Massive life regen, you can almost triple that too, so 300 and some life regen coming from that. Very good. Chaos Golem give me massive chaos resistance. I don't have much on my gear, but you can see I am capped. And then, where's my last one? Flame Golem doesn't give me much. Just have him in there as well to have a 7th Golem type to get more out of the Primordial Harmony Jewels. He gives me a bunch of damage and a bunch of area of effect, which I don't really care about. So, that is my Golems. So, like I said, I wanted a simulator. I don't have to do much. I wanted a kind of a lazy build. So, I've been alternating between this Alice tree, which gives me just a little bit of sulfite, mainly giving me delirium, and then boss killing. So I got all the delirium nodes. I got all the better boss nodes. I do Maven Witnessed, trying to get maps. So typically I do silo map is what I like, because the boss has phases. So when the Maven says up the stakes, she brings in 3 normally extra Atlas bosses. So I have 4 boss fight in the silo. I usually have the first 2 or the first 3 extra bosses that she brings killed, and then this guy will go into a phase where he's not fightable. He's flying around the zone dropping those fire trails. If you know the fight, you know what I mean. So I'll kill the 3 bosses he brings in. Hopefully loot extra synthesis map, an elder or a shaper map, or a conqueror map from those guys, and then I'll just exit, do a portal and exit the arena and take my loot and leave. So between the extra bosses dropping those maps, and then my delirium mainly focused on giving me better cluster jewels and here, right here, more cluster jewels, more delirium orbs. Um, if I get 1 or 2 conqueror maps, 2 cluster jewels, cluster jewel that's of any value, um, a couple delirium orbs, you're gonna be able to make, I don't know, 30 KS just running the map like that. On average, it's very easy. You don't even need to put any scarabs in there. Um, yeah, so I also have a ton of extra scarab effect. I get lots of scarabs in these maps too. So it's pretty good. The other Atlas strategy that I use to offset this one is this one's got more Nico. I do like delving, so I have lots of Nico. This one is my green altar guy. Again, tons of scarabs, green altars, and harvest is my main focus on this one, but lots of scarabs again is my main focus. So what I'm doing with this is I'm just getting enough harvest to have easy rolls to sell cluster jewels that I find on my Atlas 3 tree. So I roll them with the Horta crafting bench. Get something good on there. Get two good mods, or sometimes 3, or whatever else is valuable. Sell those cluster jewels for, sometimes they're really expensive, like 2-3 divines. Sometimes they're 40-50 KS, whatever. I don't spend a lot of life force on them because life force is expensive too, and you can sell it if you want to, but I prefer crafting those up. You never know, you might hit something really cool and you're like, oh, I like that, I'm going to make a build for that. So that's how I'm looking at the Atlas. The other one I do for my scarab strategy is essence, because I've found that those are super cheap. I can do them on yellow maps and get tons and tons of deafening essences. So, not that essences are super good sellers, but they will always sell. So it's another thing you can do with the currency exchange, which is really nice. So anyway, I'm full up on sulfite again. So I'm doing a little delve. I'll give you guys just a little quick explanation or video of what this plays like. It's mostly Mimi, like I said, magic find. Let's see here. I'm on just depth 160, so just a low. Once the mobs are level 83, then you can start dropping better gear, hitting level 84 gear and things like that. So it's pretty casual. Mostly just walk along and flick arc. The reason I'm flicking arc all the time is because it's igniting everything and reducing its damage significantly, making all of the damage done by these guys 40% of it taken as lightning instead of physical. So it's just a great debuff. And my little lightning guys are dropping all these damaging orbs, and here's the Perkle's Toe giving lucky. My Merc is running around doing a nice job of reducing everybody's lightning resistance down to 99, along with my arc applying the lightning exposure. So fighting mobs that have basically a negative 100 lightning resist. I got 14 lightning golems dishing out the damage. Don't even have their gems leveled up, and you can see it is just relaxing and casual as it gets. Very fun. Which way? Go this way. I'll do this one right here. It's a nice one. Money making in the delve. So you come across things that are just flat out good. You can sell for lots of divines, but the main thing you do is you get the azurite and you go back to the after I do this level 2 azurite. I'll show you what I do to make money off Delve. Or pay attention to your crawler, sometimes it leaves you. I have a way tougher guy that I use for delving too that's into the 200s, my Wander. This dude is just started doing this because I just converted this character from a Soul Rest Phantasm build character to a golemancer this morning. The Doriani's prototype tech right now with lightning damage, it's just too good. If you're not doing lightning damage this league, I don't know, you're probably messing up. It's just so OP to have basically nothing lower an enemy's lightning resistance without any curses or anything else down to -99. I mean, I'm doing it with little exposure, so... Oh, phone's ringing. Guy's not dying real fast. I'll put a mark on him. There we go. So none of my golems even died or took damage. My Doriana's prototype Merc didn't die or take any damage. This guy must be... Oh, he's leeching and regenerating and Soul Eater. This guy is a big punk. Wow. Now we're getting the best of him. Huh, that was a tough mom. Anyway, you get that sometimes. Making money off the mine. So, I pulled in a bunch of azurite. You just go to talk to Nico, you go to purchase items, buy a ton of these. They're 300 bucks, 300 azurite a piece. So you can buy stacks and stacks of them. On the exchange right now, they're probably selling for 1 or 2 KS a piece. Let's take a look. $260 for one. That's nice. So if you buy 10 of them, you get 30 KS basically. Awfully good and so easy. So plus with me running the item rarity, you know, 157 on my color, you're just gonna get better stuff. Like I got Covenant out of here and hit it with a Veil Orb and got a Lucky Corruption and sold that for a big chunk of extra cash. You're just gonna get more better drops. So it's fun, it's easy, it's kind of cool looking, having all these little golems running around. So if you like this video and like this content, please hit the like and subscribe down below. It helps with the channel, and thanks for watching. Have a good day.